well, official, unofficial part one of my little let's play slash stream I got going on here. If you're joining us for the first time, I went over how I've beaten this game inside and out, so I know it really well. So, unlike my playthrough with Doom, you're not going to see me muddling around as much and getting lost and all this other shit. So, hopefully this will be a more enjoyable experience for everybody involved. If you weren't here for the last time, I blew up the first reactor, and now we're supposed to meet at the hideout. So let's go do that. Sorry. I just woke up, so I still got a shitload of gunk in the pipe still. Alright, so this is the hideout. Now, if you were to buy a flower from that flower girl we saw on the way to the hideout, or on the way to the train to get to the hideout, you'd be able to give it to either Tits McGee over here, or the little girl behind her. And that also affects the the likeness gauge of some of these characters as well. Tifa is her name, and Tits are her gain. Should have just named her Tits, but like I said, I'm going for a default name playthrough, so I'm just gonna do that. Alright, well, if you guys don't need me anymore, I'm just gonna go. Oh, shit. Get here, fools. We're starting the meeting. I had to. A lot of people kind of think of him as like a Mr. T-esque kind of character, but freaking controller's starting to die. I freaking charge it, or I plug it in and charge it and shit, but it's still fucking dying. Like, I don't get it. Let's see if it'll work today. Fuck me. Sorry, I have a plug in the wall with a USB extension cable, so I'm trying to use that to charge my controller while I'm playing. Okay, so it is charging. That's good. Sorry about that, folks. Just dealing with some technical difficulties. I figured I'd play for a little bit before I had to work. I don't have to start getting ready for another hour or so, so I'll see if I can get some playtime in. Tomorrow I'm off, so I should be able to get more playtime in, so that'd be great. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I haven't been sleeping well lately. Heh. Sorry, I'm just kind of doing my thing. Blah blah blah. Plot, narrative, etc. Sorry, I mean, if you're playing for this for the first time, I guess this is all significant, but considering I've been through this about a dozen times already, it's kind of just like blah blah blah, whatever. Sorry, the stream's kind of boring, but yeah, I'm kind of like half awake. I didn't really sleep very well last night, so I'm kind of like sitting here like drooling all over myself. Blah. Yo, what's up, Vinny? You know me. Just trying to get some Final Fantasy in before I gotta go to work. Ugh. Wish I didn't have to work today. And more likely than not, Sean's gonna ask me to work for him tonight. Probably not going to, though. I'm so friggin' beat. But I haven't been sleeping very well. And I'm kinda hoping to get some sleep in before I get my daughter this weekend. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I had this for a while. I beat it, like, I don't even know how long ago. Yeah, I mean, I try to help him out whenever I can, but, you know, sometimes it's just too much. Like, we're just stretched way too thin at work, as it is. And then he wants to try to use all of his vacation time before we lose it, so, you know, it's bad enough we're, you know, stretched so thin and we don't have enough people working the back desk. On top of all that, or front desk, I mean, back desk, working the front desk. On top of all of that, he wants to take his vacation. So, I mean, I have almost 100 hours worth of vacation and personal time saved up, and I pretty much lost it all. And you don't hear me complaining nearly as much as he does. But that's none of my business. None of my business. Let's get back to this. Dude, I am due for a vacation. It's not even funny. Dude, I could take a whole friggin' month off if I wanted to. Since I've been working there almost as long as Sean has. I think he's got maybe 2 or 3 months on me. And the closest I've gotten to a day off was just last night, where I went home 3 hours early. I tried to call out twice. My boss at the time pretty much told me I wasn't allowed to call out both times. So, you know what it is? Where we work, it's not run very well. It's really not. I mean, it's a shame, too, because we got some really nice people working there. Like, really hard-working people working there. And it's just a friggin' mess. You know, they can barely keep anybody there because people will just go there, work for a week, and then just turn around and quit. You know, I'm telling you right now, I wish I could afford to do that. I would have quit a long time ago if I could afford it. You know, that's one thing I don't understand about people that work and then quit. Like, I don't understand how people can quit. I really don't, because I'm old school. Yeah, so you know the pain. Now here's a part of the game I think is hilarious. Like, you get paid for going along on this mission, right? 100 gil, you're up and buy supplies for the next mission that you're getting paid for. Like, I don't know, I just think it's stupid. I mean, it makes sense because how else are you gonna get geared up if you don't spend any money? But I don't know. But you know what's funny though? This is the first job I've worked. I've been doing security for over 12 years. I mean, I was disabled for 2 years, but I still count them considering the fact that I never stopped being a security guard. But anyway, yeah, out of over a decade, this is the first job I've ever worked that offers paid time off. And yeah, I can't even touch it because there's no coverage. I think I'm just gonna play this game as if people that are joining or watching or whatever is their first time playing it. So I think I'm gonna go through the tutorial. Yeah, there's not enough people working the front desk. And plus, you know, there is one thing I gotta agree with Sean on. Nobody wants to work the overnight, and it's not really fair to me or him. Because when it was me and him working the overnight shift, like, anytime I needed to call out, I had to ask him, and vice versa. See, I was always more than willing to cover for him, but any of the days that I need off, like, I don't know, he always had something lined up and he couldn't do it. So it's a catch-22. Now I'm working the 3 to 11. And you would think, okay, 3 to 11, that's easier to cover, right? No. I am literally the only person that works back there that works all 3 shifts and that is willing to work any shift. Sean just wants his overnights. Pat's set on her, I mean, the other woman that works is set on the morning shift. And the other woman that works the other 2 3 to 11 shifts is set on her schedule because she can't get a babysitter on short notice. So, yeah, I'm pretty much screwed, really. Okay, I'll explain it. Let's move on to happier topics. Yeah, I like this game too. Like I was saying in the last stream, my favorite Final Fantasy above all else is 8. I don't know, I think I kind of like the realism of it. Like, it's a lot more realistic than this game. Yeah, I think that was around the time I played it too, actually. Maybe a little earlier. I don't remember. Yeah, a lot of people demonize 8 because because of the junction. Jesus Christ. Because of the junction system. But I personally think it takes a lot more planning and a lot more know-how to work the junctioning system rather than just slapping materia on. Not to say that it's a bad mechanic, you know, the whole materia thing, but like in Final Fantasy VI, they have espers, which are summon monsters that people can equip. And if you have them on long enough, you've learned the spell. Which is kind of similar to materia, except not really. The only difference is that once you remove the esper, the character permanently learns the spell. So you don't always need the materia equipped. That's another good game too. Pretty much all the Final Fantasies have amazing soundtracks. They really do. And you know, when it comes to like game music, like I'm kind of a snob. I've been spoiled. Sorry. The cross button. Oh, dude, I loved Chrono Trigger. I actually watched Vine Sauce play Chrono Trigger. He just finished it. VII is my favorite streamer from Vine Sauce. I mean, originally what made me like him the most was like he kind of sounds like Dane Cook. But then after that, it was just him that made me like him. And I know, you're Vinny, he's Vinny. Kind of a coincidence, it's kind of funny. But yeah, he's my favorite streamer. But then again, I never really watched any of the other Vinesauce streamers, so yeah, I really have nothing else to compare it to, honestly. So yeah, funny story about that. What Cloud's talking about, I mean, about how materia is like a double-edged sword. Basically what he's saying is that the more materia you equip, the stronger your magic skills get, but your physical skills suffer. There was this one boss I was stuck on because when I played this like for the very first time, like my friend lent it to me and he's like, oh, this is such a great game, you should try it. And I'm like, alright, so I played it. And I'm playing it, and every time I get a new summon materia, I just throw it on to any of my characters. And I mean like all my summon materia too. It's not like I just have one summon per character, which is what I do now. Like, no, each character had like 3 summon materias on him, along with all their magic materias. So I was stuck on this boss because each of my characters had like 1,500 health, and the boss was hitting me for like 2,000 plus. Like, it was ridiculous. And so I talked to my buddy. I'm like, oh man, there's this boss I can't get past, you know. He's just hit me for so much and blah 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 blah. And he's like, alright, you know, I'll come over and take a look. Because Final Fantasy VII, like, you don't really need to grind. It's not like the older ones where you gotta grind to defeat a certain boss or to go through a certain dungeon or whatever. Like, you can pretty much just go willy-nilly. Like, any experience you can get from bosses or random encounters that you run into on your way through the game. So he comes over, he's like, yeah, you know, all your characters are loaded down with materia. And then he started switching my materia around, and all my characters had like 2,000, 2,500 health each. And the battle was a lot easier. I don't know, that was just funny. Like, it was a learning experience. Like, he's like, dude, your characters are so loaded down. Oh, man. Good times. So, yeah, if that's not the best way to learn about Materia's loading you down, I don't know what is. Alrighty. Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking tired. Yeah, I wish I had the luxury of being able to call out, but unfortunately I don't, so... like, do you pick one character and load them with materia? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, actually, yeah, the past couple of playthroughs I've done... That's what I've been doing for the past couple of playthroughs. Like, I'll pick one character, he'll be like my tank, and I'll put him out front. I'll pick one character, he'll be my physical damage dealer, and then I'll pick another character, and he or she will be my magic user / healer. So, it's usually a she, but... Let me see, I have a restore. Just need a fire. Pick up some antidotes. But yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past couple of playthroughs. Is I would just, like, give each of them a role, as opposed to, you know, just going through and fucking shit up. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say, too. It'll come back to me, I'm sure. Oh wait, I just remembered. I don't know if you bought, like, the remaster of Final Fantasy X, or if you've seen it or whatever, but, like, there's cheat engines you can use with it, and, like, people, like, max out all of their character sphere grids, and it's just ridiculous. Like, every character will have, like, every black magic spell. Every character will have, like, all the melee skills. Like, you'll see, like, Yuna using, like, quick hit and hitting for 99,999 damage. Like, it's it's freaking unreal. Or you'll have, like, Waka using, like, Fire Aga. I don't know, I mean, I kind of have mixed feelings about 10. I actually just played 9 a couple of months ago. I really liked it. 10 I'm kind of on the fence about. On the one hand, I like it, but on the other hand, Tidus annoys me. I'm sorry. And now they came out, since the PC version came out, now they mod the shit out of it. And I think somebody made an entire mod for the game that all of the dialogue in the game is replaced with Tidus' laugh. I gotta find a playthrough of that and just watch it. Like, it just sounds amazing. Like, I don't know how that became a thing. Like, Tidus and his forced laugh has always been the thing. But somebody just randomly decided to make it into a meme or something. So, I think once things calm down at work, I think I'll find a playthrough and watch it. I think it's like Final Fantasy X, you know, Tidus Laugh Edition or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, like the music is Titus's laugh. All the dialogue is replaced with Titus's laugh. It's so retarded. I gotta watch it. Man, I'm so fucking tired. Uh-oh. Shit is hitting the fan. You're gonna see me doing little things like that whenever I can. I mean, sometimes opportunities won't present themselves for me to do that. Like, always having a hard time in doing things to talk about during the streams. Oh yeah, like especially now because I'm just fighting to stay awake. Well, it's not really I'm fighting to stay awake, I'm fighting to wake up fully, like so I can actually be functional at work. I guess he didn't steal my gill. Yeah, I mean, I don't like talking about politics because I don't know a damn thing about it. So there's really not much left to talk about. There I am. Why are you turning like that? My class just looking at him, he's like, why? Sorry. It's usually just Sean and I going, ah, sounding like idiots, yeah. Well, I wasn't agreeing to the last part, I was agreeing to the first part where it said, well, you pretty much said it was just you and Sean just being, you know, you and Sean. I don't know, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Like, I'm friggin' at work with my earbuds, laughing like a friggin' maniac, and people looking at me like I'm crazy. So, you know, honestly, it's good times to be had by all. You know, a lot of the friggin' residents avoid the front desk when I'm working now, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Nah, I'm joking. A lot of the residents there love me. I don't know why. You know, it's because I actually go above and beyond for them instead of everybody that just does the bare minimum. Yeah, I can't wait to get the W item materia, then I can actually dupe shit. I mean, with W item materia, like, you can really only, well, at the beginning I thought you can only dupe, like, items you can use in battle, but if you're creative, you can dupe anything. Like, if you time it just right. Well, Tifa's asleep. Yeah, sources you can dupe. Technically, you could dupe any source, I think. Some of them are just a little trickier than others. Like, I watched YouTube videos about it. Yeah, Cloud's always my tanky character. Like the character I always put in the front lines to take the abuse. Yeah, I have him in the front, so I don't know why he's not hitting for that much. Eh, whatever. I'm sorry. The ID scan problem on the train was all my fault. Oh, eat a dick. We could have gotten killed because of you. Oh, speaking of getting killed, let's kill some shit. Ugh, I hate enemies that inflict slow. Because unless you have haste, there's no way to cure it. You gonna try and go for 100 or... I don't know. I mean, I could do a 100%, but... yeah, I probably could. I'm gonna try. That's pretty much where I'm gonna leave it right now. I'm gonna try for a 100% run. Like, that's pretty much what I have already on the PS4 version. Like, I've gotten everybody's ultimate weapon, I learned all their limit breaks. It's gonna take a lot of grinding for Aerith, though. Yay, potion. Yeah, there's a lot of people that wants Cloud to D. I think there's a save point right up ahead. I'm not even gonna bother. So what do you think about the Final Fantasy VII remake? Because I don't know if you watched my last stream, but I kind of have mixed feelings about it. Yeah, that might be the final part. Or when I start breaking, when I start getting or hitting for 99.99 damage, then I'll make part 999 or 9999. Yeah, I am too. On the one hand, you know, I am skeptical about it. because they already said they're going to release it in episodes. So it's not going to be a finished product. They're going to do what, no, it's not going to be this game, but more a Kingdom Hearts Crisis Core type. We'll see. If it turned out to be like Crisis Core, I think I'd be okay with that, because I actually enjoyed Crisis Core. I mean, everybody's different, but personally, I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, the episode thing. They said that it's going to be like Final Fantasy 13, where they release it in episodes. So it's going to be like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7 2, Final Fantasy 7 3, etc., etc. However many episodes they're deciding on releasing, I don't know. Yeah, the episode thing I think is kind of bullshit. I mean, there was this one meme I saw that it was basically like a fake advertising page, and I think one of the things they listed was Revive Aerith DLC for $50. Like, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. You know, that's the general opinion about Final Fantasy 13. Like, everybody hated it. I've heard mixed things. Like, Final Fantasy 13, like the first one, is just complete fucking garbage, like no matter who you ask. The second and third one I actually heard are decent. Actually, I heard the third one was decent. I heard the second one was a lot better than the first. Like, I think as they go along in the series, like, they learn from their mistakes, so it's always better. I think the second one's more like Pokemon, though. Like, you capture monsters and then use them to fight with you. But then again, I've only ever played the first one. I didn't actually beat it, so I really don't know. I got pretty far in it, though. Shit. See, the big turnoff for me about the remake is the combat system. I mean, I'm kind of old school. Like, I hate change. I mean, if the combat system's anything like Crisis Core, I think I can adapt to it. But if it's anything like Final Fantasy 13, I'm just going to go ahead and just not have anything to do with it. Because 13 was a freaking mess. But that's just my opinion. And you know what they say. Yeah, even if it's turn-based like Final Fantasy VII, like where it's like active turn-based. Yeah, I can't trust an AI to control my other characters. Like, I gotta have at least some say in what they do and what they don't do. So as I said, like, I can make one character like a healer, I can make another one like an actual physical deep damage dealer, and I can make one a magic damage dealer. You know what I mean? Like, something like that. I mean, there is one thing I can honestly say for sure, is that the remake looks friggin' amazing. Like, in terms of graphics and gameplay, it looks really good. But one of the things that Square Enix said was pretty much, and I quote, "Trust us. We know what we're doing. Trust us." And I don't know why, but I kind of feel like we should. I kind of feel like we should trust their ability to make the remake that we wanted. So I'm just going to sit back and see what they're doing. I'm going to sit back and see where they go with it. And if it turns out to be a pile of hot garbage, so be it. You know, I actually, I belong to a Final Fantasy fan page on Facebook, and somebody was having a discussion about the news we were getting about Final Fantasy VII. Like, we were just getting snippets of news, like announcements and whatnot. I'm saving my limit break. But yeah, we're getting like snippets of information about what to expect with the game. And a lot of people were not happy about the announcement that it wasn't going to be turn-based. Like, a lot of people, including me. Like, I said my piece, I ranted and raved about it. I personally believe ranting is therapeutic, but that's another rant for another day. Then I kind of thought about it. I said, what they should do is try to make everybody happy. And by that, I mean, like, how you boot up Final Fantasy VII and you have the option to start a new game or to continue from a load game, etc., etc. I think when you start a new game, you should be able to choose either if you want turn-based or if you want like an action type gameplay. And you shouldn't be able to change that halfway through the game. Like if you're playing on the action, based whatever, the whatever the fuck they call it, the new battle system, and you go halfway through the game with the new battle system, you shouldn't be able to turn around and be like, okay, well, I don't like this, and then switch back to the old one. Like, it should be something that sticks with you for the rest of the game. Of course, they're probably not going to do that because that'd be twice the work, but only to please the older generation of gamers when they're trying to attract a new generation. So, the generation of gamers that made them successful in the first place. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass at this point. I do that a lot because I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I don't know what goes on with, the programming and, the limitations of the storage disks or whatever. Like I said, I'm completely talking out of my ass. Like, I'm talking hypotheticals. Treasure. Oh, I hate this fucking part. Ugh. See if I can get on the first shot. Shit. I was off by like a millisecond. Got it the second time though. Yay. I don't think I've ever done that in the first shot. Like, ever. Which is saying something, because I've been playing this game for years. Let's get a tent going. It's my last... Why? Whoop. No, I don't want to quit. That would suck. I got all that done, and, then I quit by accident. Alright, I got another 10 minutes before I gotta start getting ready for work, so I think I'm just gonna do this next boss battle and then call it quits for the day. Ooh, nice crits. No problem. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna play until I fall into Aerith's lap, figuratively, of course. And then I'm just gonna start getting ready for work. Oh shit. A techno soldier. I love the battle theme, or the boss battle theme from this game. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I'll definitely check that out and, you know, harass you guys via stream. There was one time I did that attack and hit him in the back, and I think I did like over 1,000 damage because Braver actually critted. That was so cool. I wish I actually got that like on stream. I guess I'll just have to settle for 600. Jesus Christ, I friggin' two-hitted him, essentially. That's awesome. I did not expect to beat him that easily. Another thing I'm going to try to do, which will make the playthrough like that much easier, is I'll try to get beta from the Midgar Zolom. If you're strong enough and if you do everything right, it should be easier. It moved. Makes me wonder what they meant by it. Giggity. Giggity, giggity. Be it with Aerith? I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to I kind of want to get her limit break, but I don't know, that's a shitload of grinding. I think the one time I got her limit break, I think I did it like right outside of the Temple of the Ancients, because there were groups of enemies like that came in groups of 5, and I was able to mow them down and kill them fast so I could learn all of her limit breaks faster. I think I manipulate then too, so it was a lot easier. But yes, we shall cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, I think I'm going to call it here so I can go get ready for work. Thanks for joining me. I don't have work tomorrow, so if I come home early, or if I come home, and if I don't feel tired, I'll probably start playing again for a while, so maybe I'll see you then, maybe I won't. Either way, this has been me, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Take care now, bye-bye then.